What does it do, Margaret? Ah! To explain to you why I'm taking a little break from designing knitting patterns. I made this decision recently to back off and take a little break. Kind of was thinking about the reasons why I decided to not be designing any more patterns. I wrote down 8 different reasons. First one, lack of time in large amounts. What I mean by that is I currently have a 3-month-old baby, little Ruby. I also have a 12-year-old, a 10-year-old, and a 4-year-old. Life has been a little crazy lately with all of that going on. When it comes to designing, the creating of the pattern, the writing of the PDF, all of that, I really need to take and get my brain into that mind space, and it takes a while. It's not just knitting the pattern, taking notes, and publishing it out to the world. It was becoming a little stressful because I would come up with these ideas, I wouldn't have enough time to write them all out, and then I wasn't knitting at all, which I guess would be understandable with a baby. So number 2 is I want to knit things that I'll actually wear, but they kind of take a long time. I had this vision. I am going to Napa, California for my 40th birthday this year. I really wanted to knit a sweater that I could wear there. And I really thought that it would be fun just have something to wear to remind myself that I knit this for this particular trip. So what I really wanted to knit for Napa was a sweater. So I started designing one because, of course, I feel guilty knitting anything that I'm not designing because then how can I use it for my business? I got through sketching it out and hashing out what it would look like and sending it to a tech editor. And the thought of casting on and working through all the details while being distracted by all the kids stuff going on was very daunting to me. And I thought, I'll never get this done. Plus, I only have a month before we leave. That was a challenge. Wanting to knit things I will actually wear that take too long. I want to knit more sweaters, but I don't want to really design more sweaters. It takes me a while to design a sweater. So I'm actually working on knitting a sweater that is designed by someone else, Home Cardigan by Caidree. And I cast it on with some of this beautiful fuzzy Knit Picks Wonder Fluff yarn, and I'm actually going to document the entire process of how I'm going to knit this sweater in 1 month with all the kids and all the things, and I'm going to post it on here for you so you can follow along. I hope I can get it done. Okay, so number 3 is the lack of unique ideas. When it comes to knitting and on Instagram and on YouTube, and even if you go on Pinterest, there's only so many stitches and only so many styles. Kind of get into your brain a little bit about, is this unique enough? Am I copying someone? Am I taking too much inspiration from something? I do like to look at regular clothes. For example, like this sweater, this drop shoulder sweater, it's from H&M, so it's not a knit sweater. And for a while there, I was feeling like things were really unique and true to my style. I just have these moments of saying, ugh, this all looks the same. So I kind of felt like I needed a little break from that in order to come up with unique ideas that are different from other designers and really speak to my true aesthetic. Okay, so then number 4 is I have almost too many ideas and I don't know where to start. With that, it's not so much the actual design ideas, it's more the item. I have so many ideas in terms of, should I design a baby blanket because people seem to really like my summer throwback baby blanket and I have a baby. That might be a good idea. Should I design a hat because hats sell really well and it's really easy for me, but then I kind of have a lot of hats, so should I switch it up? These are the thoughts that go through my mind as I'm trying to decide what I should be designing. I have a list of so many different things that I want to design, but I also, again, going back to the time, I don't have a ton of time and I know it's gonna take me a while. So I'm like, which one do I start with? It almost feels like I have to pick the best idea to start with instead of just picking an idea and going with it. So that has kind of stopped me in my tracks a little bit in terms of what is the best idea? What will people love the most? And maybe that's where you guys can help me out. When I do decide to get back into designing, let me know in the comments, what do you want to see? Number 5 is I want to relax and enjoy knitting again. I love knitting. It is relaxing to me usually, but designing sometimes can get very stressful. Things don't work out. You spend a ton of time knitting a project only to find that you missed a stitch count and you have to rip the whole thing out, or it doesn't fit properly, or you wrote the steps down wrong and now you can't figure out how to get to where you started, or you're in the testing process and everyone's saying these numbers don't work and you don't know where to fix it. It can be really stressful. So while I enjoy designing, like the creative part of it, I also want to kind of just knit something relaxing. So, which is why this sweater project has been so fun. And I'll just show you, this is the back neck area. It's literally stockinette stitch, flat. It has been a very fun mindless project that I'm able to do in between all the other momming and life things that I've had going on. So looking to relax. Not very good at it, but trying. Number 6, I want to learn new techniques from other people. I am very well versed on knitting a yoke sweater. Those are all the sweater designs that I have knit. I can knit hats and cowls and mittens, socks, but only one type of sock. So when it comes to socks, I've only ever done afterthought heels because that's what I'm comfortable with. So I would love to learn other heel turns in knitting. And this pattern I chose because it is a drop shoulder cardigan, something I've never knit before, never designed before, and it has been super fun figuring out how it's constructed. So this is the back. It starts like this, and then you knit down the back. Then you come in and you pick up stitches on either side and join the fronts and then join it all together around. So this is the first time I've ever done this type of sweater construction before, and I'm really enjoying learning how it's pieced together. When I look at other people's patterns, sometimes I'm not sure how they got from point A to point B. Like, is it knit from the bottom up and then joined, or are they knitting short rows? What's going on here? There are so many different ways that you can knit a sweater. I'm looking forward to kind of learning new things and then sharing them with you. Number 7, I felt a little pigeonholed into my niche of Nordic colorwork designs that are whimsical. Not that I don't love the whimsical part, because that is definitely still my design love. However, I felt like everything that I wanted to design had to be color work. While I still love color work and it's one of my favorite things to knit, I just wanted to be able to knit other things. I do, like I said, I love color work. I plan on doing some introductory color work patterns that I can share here for free on my YouTube channel to kind of teach you color work. It is a passion of mine. All of my patterns and designs were knit in really bright, fun, whimsical colors, which I love. I looked through my closet and I felt like I really wanted to add some more neutral pieces. I'm trying to move towards having more of a minimalist capsule wardrobe for myself, where everything kind of flows together, everything mixes and matches, and in order to do that, you kind of have to go neutral. I will probably add some pops of color because that's just what my style is, but I really wanted to kind of lean into having more pieces that are of higher quality, more timeless, classic. I don't know if I'll continue to knit in beige, but we'll see. The last reason why I'm taking a break from designing knitting patterns is I really want to create more content. More content for you, more videos. I have been enjoying watching YouTube videos lately. My daughter and I watch a lot of travel vlogs. They are just really entertaining and fun. I do plan to continue to educate on this channel. Again, I will comment below if there's any techniques or things that you you want to learn or see, or if there's things that I do in knitting that you'd like me to teach you. I do want to continue to educate, but I also want to just entertain people, give you some fun things to watch. That is one of my goals this year, is to just create more videos that are entertaining so you can watch them while you knit. Videos that you can Netflix and knit, but on YouTube. In conclusion, I'm taking a break from designing. I don't know when I'm gonna come back. I do have some ideas, but I'm not gonna rush it. The main reason I'm here is to enjoy knitting and show you guys what I'm working on. If you want to follow along on my sweater knitting challenge, I'm recording almost every day, just a little snippet of how it's going, and going to be uploading that once I get it finished in a month. Fingers crossed I can get it done in time to take it to Napa